Hello everyone! Welcome to the first episode of Flash Game Reviews, the series where I talk about free browser games made with Adobe Flash or other formats. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the game Run. It's likely that you've played this game or one of its two sequels before. On the Congregate.com version alone of the first game, there are 21 million plays! The Run trilogy are some of the most popular web-based games out there, so I think it's a pretty good place to start this series. Run was the first game in the trilogy, and was uploaded to Congregate on October 20th, 2008. It was posted and developed by player_03. Documentation on Flash games is usually quite rare, but at least with the Run games we do have their initial release dates. So with that information out of the way, let's talk about the game itself. On the main menu, there are two main modes: Adventure Mode, where you play through 50 pre-made levels that gradually become more difficult, and Infinite Mode, where you play through randomly generated levels that also gradually get more challenging. When you click on Adventure Mode for the first time, you immediately start the first level. If you've already started Adventure Mode, instead you are presented with a simple level select. There is no story at all, but that doesn't bother me, especially for the type of game this is. You play as a gray alien running through a 3D tunnel in space. The alien, later named the Runner in Run 2, automatically runs forward, so you only need to move left and right and jump. By default, the controls are set to the arrow keys to move left and right, and the spacebar to jump. But you can change these however you want in the options menu. Speaking of the options menu, you have the option to return to the main menu, return to the level select, change the game's speed, I'll talk about that later, mute the music, mute the sound, set the controls, and there's also the quality settings, where you can change between low, medium, and high qualities, and even set the game's frame rate. So you can set it to the lowest frame rate to get the authentic 2008 experience. Or, you know, just set it to the highest frame rate to make the game look its best. Anyway, so the Run series are basically 3D platformers. To complete each level, you must reach the end of the tunnel without falling off. If you do fall off, you simply respawn at the beginning of the level you were on, so it's not really that punishing. The mechanic that sets this series apart from other games, however, is that if you jump at a wall, the gravity switches so that that wall becomes the floor. This mechanic is often required to complete levels. Graphically, for a free Flash game that's 10 years old, this game looks great. In terms of sound, there are no sound effects, and there is only one music track in the game, entitled Space Theme by an unknown author, according to the credits. The song is pretty good, but it gets old fast since it's the only song in the game. The character controls just fine. Moving left and right is a little too slow in my opinion though. The game is very stable, and I didn't encounter many glitches in my playthrough, unless you count the fact that you can jump into the side of a tunnel where there is no wall and still switch gravity, which is pretty annoying since if you just barely miss a jump, you will still switch gravity, but then just fall to your death. Sometimes, the jumping is a little finicky too. If you hold down the spacebar longer, your character jumps higher, but sometimes even though I hold it for as long as possible, I miss jumps that I feel like I should have made. The Run Wikia, which yes is an actual thing, even mentions this, saying that sometimes the jumps may be shorter than you expect. The best way to evade these mistakes is to set the FPS to 99 and try to complete the levels on slow before taking on fast and intense speeds. Speaking of that, from the beginning the game has two speeds, normal and fast. Once you complete Adventure or Infinite Mode, that mode's icon gets a green check mark on it and you unlock a new game speed, Intense. According to the Run Wikia, fast speed is 1.5 times faster than normal speed, and intense is 2 times faster. Intense speed also has a different save file for Adventure and Infinite Mode, and there's even a secret message for completing Adventure Mode on intense speed. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to defy the game's description and give up. I've looked it up, and all you get is a message congratulating you and the dev saying that he is impressed. Good job anyway, Block Source Wizard! So, I should probably go more in depth with Infinite Mode. Despite the name Infinite Mode, you can actually complete it. Infinite Mode is a series of randomly generated levels with increasing difficulty. You can change the difficulty percentage in the options menu and randomize the level if the one you are currently attempting is too difficult. Difficulty percentages range from 5% to 99%, and you start at 20% by default. The mode is completed once you beat a level with 99% difficulty, which is really challenging but satisfying if you can beat it. Oh yeah, and there's even a level editor, which is a really nice touch. The editor is very simple. You get a grid for the floor, left wall, right wall, and ceiling. You click a tile to change it between having ground or no ground. You can adjust the length of your level and quickly fill or empty your level of tiles. And you can also set the level tiles to be whatever colors you want, even colors not used in the regular game. Exclusively in the Congregate version, players can upload their levels and play levels created by others. Speaking of the Congregate version, in 2012 the game was updated, and this added costumes for your runner that unlock automatically as you progress through adventure mode. You must have a Congregate account to use these costumes, however they're all only cosmetic. Well, all of them except for the Skater costume, which controls just like the Skater does in Run 2. He's faster, can jump farther, but is harder to control. And that's the first Run game. It's fun and has loads of content, especially for a Flash game for 2008. The sheer amount of content and options does make the game feel a little unfocused in my opinion though. If you want to check out the game, I've provided a link to the Congregate version, the version I played, in the description. If you want me to cover a particular Flash game, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll consider it. And I forgot to mention in the update video, but check out my Twitter at ShawneeProduction. It's more of a personal account where I post memes and drawings I make, but I'll post about upcoming videos on there as well and maybe do polls on what the next review will be. And with that all said, I'll see you in the next video, where I talk about this game's sequel, Run 2.